Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your entertainment podcast for everything movies, television, video games, and more. My name's Adam.
And I'm Oliver.
And for this episode, we are again recording the same day, just doing another episode. Oliver is still under the weather, but it's what it is. So, let's talk briefly about a couple of subjects. The first one is we went to go see the Barbie movie.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
You dress up? Yeah, you did.
So did you.
I did.
You wore a pink shirt. I wore
my
skater.
pink shirt.
Yeah. Oh, if we were doing this in person, we would have had a little bit for you guys. With me in the shirt and him in a wig.
Yeah.
But
we have a photo on Instagram though that kind of shows off our outfits.
So
it's a fun day.
Yeah. So honestly, it was such a great movie.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Honestly. Oh my god.
It was amazing, and I loved every second of it.
Dude, some bunch threw me off so much. Like the whole dance number with like Shang-Chi, I forget his name.
Simu Liu?
Yeah. And like how many different graphics in it?
Graphics in it from Secret Invasion. Yeah.
How many different variations of Ken? Oh god, it just had me dying. It was hilarious.
It was definitely just like it had so many undertones and was such a great movie for women, but also just a great movie for men and the patriarchy, horses. When I found out there weren't any horses, I didn't even care anymore.
Oh my god, Ryan Gosling was pretty hilarious. Oh man,
he should do more comedies.
He's really good at it. He
really is.
He was in another movie with Steve Carell where he plays like a douchebag, but like it was still a comedy movie, and he sold it really well too.
Yeah. So, I think overall I give the movie I give it like a 9. I give it like a 9. I'm gonna say 9 for what it is, based on these are my reasonings. Hold on, I have a couple. Right. It's a movie from Mattel, which, other than Transformers, has not really happened. It is women empowerment. It's a self-aware movie. It knows it's silly as shit, but it keeps going. The acting of everyone involved was phenomenal. And lastly, it is being used as such a big rebrand, as well as potential for sequel, and multiple other Mattel things were announced out of this. We're getting a Barney movie, we're getting a Hot Wheels movie, getting a...
I saw that post you sent me.
A Thomas the Tank Engine movie.
Right.
Like, we're getting a lot of crazy things.
What's that robot one where you have to like hit the
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah, that thing.
We're getting Uno. That's gonna be a mystery thriller.
Magic 8 Ball.
Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
crazy.
This has broken open a cinematic universe no one asked for, and I think, in my opinion, that gives it a 9. Because this was not what I was expecting when this movie was announced, and it has surpassed everything I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Do you think Will Ferrell's going to be in all of these?
That'd be funny.
I just looked at the wrong camera.
Yeah. Hold on a second. So let's think about this for a second. What do you give it?
I give it like a 8.5. Some of the silliness was a little bit too much. But then I also did appreciate, like, even the sad moments, like the Billie Eilish song really sells it for me during that whole moment. Yeah. That was really good. That was well done.
The Billie Eilish stuff, and then also my favorite. Okay, let's go over favorite part. What is
John Cena
as a merman, as a merkin?
So good.
Okay, so I guess I have two favorite parts if that's the case, because I think not just seeing John Cena, but it was the whole like song cover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play guitar at you, and he Gravik just has like a full drum set.
Did you write this? Yeah.
But my favorite moment and the entire thing, my favorite line is from Alan when he says, all of NSYNC, Alan.
Oh
Because other
yeah.
Allens have gotten out of Barbie world, so they're trying to say that all of NSYNC were different Allens. And I think that's like play on because I think when the Barbie brand was making it, because they made NSYNC uh, Barbies, and I think they were modeled after like Alan, like they used the same mold and stuff of Alan for these. So I think that's where they're getting at, which is kind of funny because I just found out that my wife's grandmother has the original Ken doll.
Whoa, still in the box?
Yeah, with flocked hair.
Whoa. Holy
Yeah,
crap. That's
with
got it.
the
That definitely went up after this movie release.
yeah, probably. The box isn't in the best condition, but like, hey,
You never know. That's cool though.
And so let's move on a little bit from topic. So I guess overall we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Recommend 10,
Yeah.
like go watch it, guys. Like go
It was
watch it.
good. It was really, really good.
It was really, we haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but like I'm glad
Yeah.
we saw this one first. And then also Cillian Murphy said that if there was ever a sequel, he would play a
He'd be
Ken.
in it. Yeah, he'd be Ken.
That's
It'd be
hilarious.
really fun. I didn't think he would
Um
have a sense of humor. I've never seen him in any interviews or anything.
Yeah, me either. But so we move on to a pretty big rumor that's happened. And that big rumor is Thomas Hayden Church has done a thing with Deadline. And in this, they talk about Spider Man 4. And he's heard rumors that big executives have been talking about it and that he would
Right.
campaign to be a cameo in it, which also goes back to Tobey Maguire talking about back when No Way Home was out
Hmm.
of just like, oh, I didn't want them to say a lot of my backstory because I wanted to keep that a secret for anything in the future. So it's like,
So
are
it's
we going to
like,
get a Spider-Man 4? Because there was a leak of the entirety of the script that was supposed to happen. And it was supposed to be this big thing where they took a lot of these aspects of Spider-Man 4 and integrated them into the Spider-Man after. And try to make this as quick as possible, okay, before
okay.
commercial break.
Okay.
So essentially, it opens up with Spider-Man beating the fuck out of some vigilantes. He's doing his thing. He's having the life or whatever. But then he goes to the Daily Bugle, and we find out that J. Jonah Jameson has been fired and replaced with Adrian Toombs, who is played by John Malkovich in this
Oh, right. You did send me that.
movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. So, after some tuffle and fights, we meet one of Adrian. I say one of because wait till I get here. One of Adrian Toombs' daughters, who was going to be played by Angelina Jolie, who was going to be the Vultress.
Oh, cool.
So all this happens, blah blah blah, and we find out that the reason he's called a vulture, and this would have been dark, was it's because he only left the bones of his victims.
That's kind of cool.
That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty dope.
So we get to like this fight and everything, blah blah blah, their first one, and then afterwards, Peter goes to meet up with Mary Jane. They've recovered and everything, and she's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I found out who my real dad is, and I want you to meet him." So Pete's like, "Yeah, sure, sure." But boom, it's Adrian Toombs. So they took the fucking twist
Ooh.
from No Way Home,
No Way
and
Home.
they were gonna put it in Spider-Man 4, where Mary Jane would have been his
Interesting.
daughter.
Right.
And then we had this big fight or whatever, blah blah blah, and he would end up winning and showing Mary Jane like who her real dad is and blah and all that other stuff. And she claims she still loves him and leaves for Los Angeles and wants to make things work because he kind of in this movie has a relationship with Felicia Hardy, Black Cat as well. So like there's more drama
Uh,
there. But then at the end of it, he just decides to give up being Spider-Man. So this time he throws his mask off the Brooklyn Bridge and leaves for Los Angeles to live with her. And that would have been like how it
damn.
ended, which would
Damn.
explain why in No Way Home he shows up and he
And he's like regular
looks,
clothes.
yeah,
Like a
and he hasn't
priest.
done it in a while. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So that could be it.
That's crazy.
So we might get some more info on that stuff, or maybe like
It
do
might
that
even
story,
end
but
it might even end on like where he gets pulled too. And then that could
it
be like
could
where it starts up
it,
again.
it could do that, or it could definitely be taking place after he gets back. Maybe he comes back to a
Oh
time in this
yeah.
moment
That could be
and the
too.
other villains are alive and
Yeah.
stuff. So there could be that. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. And before we get on to the next subject, speaking of Spider-Man, here's a word from our sponsor.
Thank you for BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you can just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to a therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you. Any scheduling flexibility and at a more affordable price. Just get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/nerdlocker. The link is going to be right down below in the description.
And we're back. So, speaking of Spider-Man, we also have a rumor that Josh Keaton is coming into Invincible Season 2 as his version of Spider-Man. So, with that, like, what do we think?
I don't know. I kind of like
in the comics before.
Yeah, but like I kind of like having Invincible be like its own thing. Like why is this?
But they're going into the multiverse stuff. We know they're doing that. So like it could just be a cameo, but it could just be like one episode team up. Like they're gonna ride this Spider-Man train as
Dude, I know. I don't want it to be. There's already so many spider people. So
there's a lot of spider people, and it is a craze.
So like I don't want it to like leak into something else that is already awesome, just to like make a little bit more money. You know?
But let's just say this, okay? So this is what I'm thinking, okay? Wow, I said that, so I didn't mean to be so rude with that. This is what I'm thinking, okay? No,
Listen.
So I just think that this is something just to help in turn streaming services. So like if you bring in a Spider-Man into Invincible, you can definitely have that Spider-Man maybe come into his world from a portal, either in like Cross the Spider-Verse or blah blah blah. They could do that in some way, shape, and form. Now, if they do, this would definitely leak into what was also rumored that we could talk about, which is the Madam Web movie being a very Spider-Verse heavy movie that's going to focus on them saving multiple Peter Parkers from some kind of villain and recruiting a bunch of Spider-Women.
Mm-hmm.
So we think that if all this stuff is going to clash together, we are going to get a whole big thing about the Spider-Verse, and it's going to be like monumentally crazy. I'm excited for it, but at the same time, as long as they take their time, because Invincible Season 2 is supposed to have 2 parts of 4 episodes, and the first 4 are going to get released on November 3rd every week, and then again in the early 2024, and then we get Season 3 this time next year. So if they put it in the last 4, I would accept it more. Like, I don't want them to start with these first 4 with these cameos. Like, and they like people need time to get back into the story that they can take a filler episode. Unless it's, I would accept it more if it drives the plot forward for some reason, shape, and form. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But if this is the route they're taking, right? Hear me out. They don't even have to do Spider-Man. They could do Peter Parker.
Right.
And this is a way for J.K. Simmons to reprise his role as J. Jonah Jameson. Different fucking property. Like, everything else he's been in, he can now dominate everywhere. And it's super easy. Like, imagine a scene with J. Jonah Jameson and Omni-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson's gonna fucking get wrecked.
Unless they just like each other. They just, like, get along.
That'd be pretty funny.
Right?
Oh man.
Like that could definitely be a thing. Like get me Spider-Man and Invincible. So
that'd be pretty good. That'd be fun.
But yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it's not like an entire like second half of the season or like honestly I don't even want like an episode. If it's just like a little snippet, sure, but I don't want too much of it. Invincible is just doing so well. Just don't incorporate randomness into it to make it like even though if it's pushing services, Invincible is going to pull in enough.
Yeah,
so,
I mean Robert Kirkman's on a high right now because he's also like currently. I mean he's not. I don't know how involved he is with it, but the Walking Dead stuff was announced in SDCC, and they showed that Dead City got renewed for season 2. That the Daryl Dixon show before even airing has a season 2, and they showed a teaser of the Rick and Michonne show called The Ones Who Live.
Oh.
So we're getting a lot more Walking Dead stuff
Dude, he
coming
is
forward. So like Robert
busy.
Kirkman is busy. Yeah.
Jesus. What's this Dead City thing?
It takes place with Negan and Maggie in New York City.
Oh, so it's all Walking Dead.
It's all Walking Dead.
Okay, gotcha.
They are all spin-offs of the original, and they just use the most popular characters to
Yeah.
branch off into 3 different shows, and I'm all for it. The Daryl Dixon show, he's in France
Hmm.
because of something that happened in Beyond the Walking Dead, which I think I've talked about before.
Yeah, I think in like the
With
earlier
yeah,
episodes.
so him and being in France, like I do think this is going to link into the origin of it, maybe even the cure.
Hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But
All right, that's kind of cool. I haven't touched Walking Dead stuff in so long. Oh my god.
yeah, it's getting better. But yeah, so other than that, where can they find you, bud?
You can find me at the Sphere 21 and any major social media platform, except for TikTok. I'm Oliver Kahn VA.
And you can find me at AMORI Photography. You can find the studio at Archangel Studios Official. And you can follow this podcast, Nerd Locker Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Bye, guys.
Bye.